Y'all see it? Good morning, everyone. My name is Rose Austin, and I will be your speaker for today. Today's presentation is over a very controversial topic. As you can see by my title, True or False, is prayer still a controversial issue in schools? The answer is true. This controversy may begin with the simple words of, "Let us pray." Sounds innocent, right? These words have started arguments, headaches, and even lawsuits for decades in the United States. The reasons for this is because of the division between atheists and Christian beliefs. To a Christian, these words, "Let us pray," are used as a means to communicate with God. They are used for comfort, protection, and strength. To an atheist, these words are used for foolishness, they're viewed as empty, and they do not believe in God. And this is a picture of a debate over religion between atheists and Christian believers. Prayer used to be commonplace in the classrooms of society. Here is a picture of a typical classroom during the 1950s, and is showing both the teacher and her students preparing to pray for the day. As we move along, changes begin on the views of prayer. Here we have changing views on prayer, and it says kids curse like sailors in the school, and no one bats an eye. Kid says a prayer in school and everyone loses their minds. Essentially, this is what occurred during the early 1960s. Groups and individuals rallied against the use of prayer in school. One person was deemed the most hated woman in America by Life magazine. Madeleine Murray O'Hair was an atheist, feminist, anti-American. Upon learning her oldest son was being instructed to say the Pledge of Allegiance and recite the Lord's Prayer in school, she became angry. As a result, she sued the Baltimore School District. This case, along with another from Pennsylvania, went all the way to the Supreme Court. And here we have our court debate. It was American government versus religion. Unfortunately, religion lost. And on June 17, 1963, religion was officially removed from all public schools in America. They cited the reasons for the removal as being separation of church and state, or you can put it as the First Amendment. Now, one may ask, was prayer in school really such an issue that it should be totally removed? And how has it impacted the children of school? Unfortunately, it was not such an issue, and it has impacted the children negatively. Children now face a number of issues while going to school each day. They may encounter bullying, drugs, and they may end up in fights. And here we have issues experienced in school number 1. These are 2 students in a drug deal. One student is exchanging money for illegal drugs. Also, William Murray, son of Madeleine Murray O'Hair, says there has been an impact of negativity since the removal of prayer. Students now have more juvenile crime, there's more teenage pregnancy and abortion, as well as suicide rates. Here we have the psychosocial issues a teenage mother may encounter. She may drop out of school, she may have low job qualifications, live in poor housing. She may also suffer from depression and commit suicide, and she may also live on welfare. This is our issues experienced in schools number 2. Will replacing prayer back in school alleviate these issues? Unfortunately, according to Murray, no. However, it will allow students who are Christians to freely show their Christianity by wearing Christian attire, or they may invite their classmates to their churches without being punished for it. Murray also noted a decline in the moral standards in America. People no longer appreciate or respect religious leaders, the members of the church, or the church itself. Churches now have to have armed security guards inside and out to prevent issues from occurring. Here we have issues in the church. We have our armed security guards surrounding the pulpit. Also, churches employ cameras to make sure no one vandalizes the inside of the church or perhaps the church members' cars or something while they're in attendance. The security guards also escort the weekly bank deposits from the church to make sure they're not robbed. Students have received a little reprieve in 1984 by the Equal Access Act. This allowed prayer to slowly come back into schools. The schools of Orange County District and in First Priority, Tennessee, have actually never removed prayer from schools. They have actually kept prayer in schools, and they have churches in the school districts themselves. They are ran by the students. There is no coercion for many of the students for people to join. It's of your own free will. And you can decide to join in prayer or not during the moment of silence. Is prayer still needed in school? Yes. And it's actually needed not only by the students, but also by the teachers as well. There are numerous issues that children experience. And as I said, drugs and teenage pregnancy, the teachers experience these things too. So prayer is needed in school, and perhaps a more open-mindedness to allow other faiths to join in as well. It's not just Christianity, but maybe if you're Jewish or you're Hindu, as long as it's not interrupting the classroom or the class period, and you do it in a tasteful manner without trying to force anyone to convert to your views, there should be no problem. This is the end of my presentation. I thank you all for joining me. Have a good day.